Welcome to the third part of the video. In this part, we will be covering the present perfect progressive. And like I said before, the best thing to do when you study the perfect tenses is to put them into comparison with other tenses. And the tense that we will be putting the present perfect progressive in comparison with is the present perfect simple. But first, let me walk you through the formation of the present perfect progressive. Once we mention perfect, that means we have and has. And once we mention progressive, that means we have ing, something which is continuous, something which is ongoing. Okay? So, in order to put them into one combination, we will be saying like, I've been working, he has been sleeping, have you been working, has she been sleeping, they haven't been working, it hasn't been sleeping. The first line is for the affirmative, the second line is for the questions, yes or no questions, and the third line for the negative. Pay attention to the uses of the present progressive tense. The present perfect progressive tense, I'm sorry. Like we said before, in the present perfect, we use it for an action, but in this time the action is repeated. Okay? This repeated action, when did it start? It started in the past, like the previous one. But the previous one was not repeated action, just an action that started in the past. But this one, this present progressive, this present perfect progressive, a repeated action or a repeated state which started in the past and continues up to the present. Something which is real to the present, which is happening at the moment. Like in this example, I have been working. This is a repeated action. So that means I work all the time. I work daily. I go to work every day. And this action started in the past and it's up to the moment. You know, the video here, I'm working, I'm teaching you. Let's go to this example. They have been on the internet for more than 2 hours now. That means they have been spending time on surfing the internet, on doing some researches on the internet. And at this current moment, at this time, they are spending their time on the internet. Let's go to the second usage. In this second usage, we are talking about an action that was happening over a period of time. Here, like I mentioned above, when I said progressive, the progression matter or the progression case shows you that there's duration, there's a period of time, there's length of time that happening. Okay? But in this use, we are mentioning an action that was happening over a period of time, but in the past. Okay? The action was taking place for a while in the past. This action may have finished, probably, we don't know. And this action may have not finished. We just don't know that. But its results, here we are talking about the results. Here we are talking about the things that were based on this action are obvious in the present. We can see the results right now in front of our eyes. Let's look at this example. He is very tired. He has been studying all night. That means he has been spending time doing his homework, doing his house chores, doing anything. And all of these stuff like made him feel exhausted and he cannot do anything, okay, at the moment. So here I showed you an action that was taking place over a period of time in the past. This action may have finished, we don't know, but we can see the results. Let's remove this third person pronoun he and put my name. Okay, Mark, let's say Mark. Mark is very tired. Mark has been studying all night. So that person who is Mark has been spending like all night looking at books, looking at researches, watching videos, answering homework and exercises. So that means he's tired at the moment. Okay? I hope you got it. So let's go to the expressions, the time expressions that we might use with the present perfect progressive. For since, like we mentioned before, for the length, for the period of time, since for points in time, and how long. This is a critical point. We use how long in asking questions. Okay? Imagine that I want to make a question showing the time matter here. So I won't be asking with when. I'll be asking with how long has he been studying? How long has he been studying? all day, week, etc. So we use the word all with any time reference then. Let's go to the next part, the comparison thing. Yes, that's how can you understand the present perfect simple versus the present progressive, the present perfect progressive, I mean. Only 2 points here. The first one, we use the present perfect simple, the one that I explained the video before, to emphasize the result of an action. I'm talking about the results, not anything more than this. Imagine that I am holding a magnifier glass. And with this magnifier glass, I'm only looking into the result. I'm only looking into the action itself. I'm not looking into the duration. I'm looking into the action. Okay? So in the example I say, Lucy has typed 8 letters since 10:30. So the action here showcase the results, that the number of the letters that she has done, or she has typed, or she has finished. Okay, so the present perfect simple, when this tense is put into comparison with the present perfect progressive, it showcases the result of the action itself. The magnifier glass that I am holding, I'm only looking at the action. Okay, I'm sorry. So I'll be regarding anything else. Only the action, what matters me. Let's go to the other part. On the present perfect progressive, I'm only emphasizing the duration of the action. I'm emphasizing the period of time that the action took place happening. Lucy has been typing letters since 10:30. That means she took a long time typing that. Imagine 2 people are listening to those 2 sentences. The first one, Lucy has typed 8 letters since 2030. He will be replying by, wow, that's a great amount of letters. So the person just thought that you are talking about the result. You're talking about the action. Let's go to the other one. Lucy has been typing letters since 10:30. Oh my gosh, that's too much time. It took her like 2 hours to type only those those amount of letters. So here, the listener grabbed the attention that you are talking about the timing, the period of time, not the result. So, to wrap it up, for the present perfect simple, I'm talking about the result of the action, and for the present progressive, present perfect progressive, I'm talking about the duration of the action. Well, let's have some questions, some sentences that I need you to be paying attention with me. Will be like choosing which one of them is the best fit for it. We use the present perfect simple or the past simple for an action which happened in the past. Pay attention. But the exact time is not mentioned. We didn't mention the time. So, yes, I'll be leaving you the floor to answer. Excellent. We are talking about that present perfect simple because we are mentioning action happened in the past, but the time is not mentioned. Let's go to the next point. We use the present perfect simple or the present perfect progressive for an action or state which started in the past and continues up to the present. The emphasis is on the action. I'm not making any emphasis on the duration. I'm only paying attention. I'm holding my magnifier glass on the action, on the result of the action. So, the answer is excellent, the present perfect simple. Wow, that's amazing. Let's go to the third point. We use the present perfect simple or the present perfect progressive for an action or state which started in the past and continues up to the present. Here we are making emphasis on the duration. Bingo, of course you got it. The present perfect progressive. Yes, that was all about it. It was easy like a piece of cake. I hope you got it. Just let me highlight one more thing. A question word which is how long ago. This how long ago is used with the past simple because here we have a reference to the past, which is the word ago. So when you use the question word how long ago, we use it with the past simple. I hope you got it easy and you understood what is the difference between the present perfect progressive and the present perfect simple. See you in the next session, which we'll be talking about the comparison of adjectives, and it will be much more interesting than this. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.